Hey everyone, BrickLover18 here today with a mock building video. What you're looking at here is my bricks tower. I've showed this build many times on camera before. It's one of my favorite mocks that I've ever made. I'm still really proud of it. But today, I thought it could use a little bit of a refresh. I've been wanting to do some building for a while now. I haven't really built any new mocks. I've been saying, that I want to expand the secondary tower to make it a little bit taller, and just overall refresh this build a little bit. So I thought, what better time to do that than today in this video. So I'm going to pull the tower out of the city, and I'm just going to get right to work. What do I have planned for this tower and this build? I honestly have no idea. This video is not planned. This is not structured. I have no great ideas for this mock other than I know I want to do some changes and I just want to build. So I'm excited to see kind of where this journey will take me. I know for sure that I want to keep the Ellen studio on the ground floor, and I know I want to keep the Lego store right here. I think here I want to experiment with another floor, like a full floor that takes up both sides. I would like to do like a university. My university personally is right downtown Toronto, and it's built right into other buildings and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to duplicate that. And then of course I want to make this building taller and just change the Bricktubers clubhouse and maybe some of the apartments up here. But that is the rough plan, but I have no idea how I'm going to accomplish this or what I'm going to do. So this video is really just going to be a see how it goes kind of video. All right, so here's progress so far. As you can see, I pulled the front off this building because this is the area I didn't like. I'm still trying to decide how I feel about this because I do really like how it looks, but I just don't know if it could look, maybe work a little bit better. Of course, the Ellen letters all fell out because they weren't actually held in place, so I'm going to do something different here because, as you can see, I tried to use like leg glue to hold them in. It didn't really stick, and now there's a bunch of glue particles there. So I'm going to get that all out, clean that up, probably get the vacuum or something like that. I've got to do a little bit of fixing to the Ellen studio. As you can see, some of the parts fell over when I moved it out. But this, for the most part, I want to keep Ellen the same for now while she's still on air. And then this part again over here, all of the same. This can all stay. The main thing I want to focus on, of course, like I said, was the upper levels and this first level right here. All right, so this is what the work has got to so far. I actually ended up ripping out the lobby. I know I said I wasn't really going to, but I am trying to duplicate, like I said, this building that I really like, and where I go to school. I'm not going to tell you where I am, but if you figure it out from that picture, just don't comment it. Most of my viewers are from the US, so nobody will probably catch on. But as you can see, this is what the building's looking like so far. What I want to do now is, it is a little bit of a different color scheme than what I'm used to. As you can see, for the most part, this building is white and not black, so I do have to make some changes to make it fit in quite nicely. But I am going to try and duplicate it. I like how it's looking so far. This way, the Lego store will still be able to be under it, and then the school will continue up top here. The sushi restaurant is still going to be here, so I just have to find a way to integrate that in. But this is going to add a few more floors to the city, which I'm excited about, or a few more floors to the building, which then gets to make the tower just that much taller because it's going to take that much more space on the bottom. So I'm very excited for how this is going to look. As you can see from the picture here, I do think it's going to look awesome. So I'm going to keep working on it and see where I can get up to. All right, so this is what the front of the building is now looking like. As you can see, the school is still right here. I've started rebuilding the hotel right here. It's, instead of a corner entrance, it's now just the regular entrance. I still plan on using this right here, and then the Lego store is still going to be able to go right here. So as you can see, I've been starting to tile it up there, the Lego store and all the logos right here. I want to redo that as well. So the first step is going to be finishing up these two. What I've got to do here is I've got to build 2 stories up of staircases to get to the very top. This is still going to be the sushi restaurant up here, and then right here the school is going to just go across probably 1 or 2 floors right here, and then the actual building is going to continue up from there. So this is what the process is looking like right now, but at first I just wanted to get kind of like the hotel space ready to go before I started building the school too much right next to it. But once it's all combined, it'll look a little bit better. Right now it looks a little separated, but trust me, like once I get the floor continuation over here along with some of the tan accents, it's going to look really good. All right, so this is what it's looking like right now. As you can see, I started the university right here. I've started the hotel lobby, and then I'm going to get to work here on the Lego store. I think that's what I'm going to focus on next. And just as I'm building, I already know this is going to be a multi-part video. So this first part here is getting the structure of the building because I needed to do that before I could start on the Lego store. But the rest of this video is really going to be focused working here on the Lego store. So right now, I've just been working on some new displays for the Lego store. Because I'm completely renovating this whole building, I haven't done anything to the actual structure, but because I'm renovating the entire building, I want the Lego store to look like a Lego store. So as you can see, I've been working on it right here. It's got some store displays. I'm going to change the boxes and actually put some printed ones in, but as you can see, I've got some shelves started and things like that. I like the way it's looking so far, and I think it's going to be, helpful. So this is what it's going to look like here on the one side, obviously not on that platform. But it's going to look like this. It's going to have boxes up here as well, and then displays up here, and it's going to be the exact same here on the other side. But this was it was a lot of trial and error to kind of test this out to see if I would like it. So I went over to the other side of my studio. I got a few of these from the yellow transport set, and I got this set here. I'm going to take these sticker tiles off the wall here because it doesn't really matter. You're not even going to be able to tell on this set, and I'm going to add them here into the Lego store. I'll always know where they came from, and I'm just going to put tiles there to replace the stickered ones that I stole, but it'll just be much better, and it'll look better here, and then I'll do the same thing and not have full stickers, but have some different ones mixed in there as well. So this is what the first side of the shelves will look like. As you can see, I added a bunch of the sets. This is the side I'm never going to see from when I look at the Lego store, so that's why it's just got a few printed sets. I did save the majority for the other wall because that's the one you'll see from the the exterior a lot more. But I'm going to get ready to put that in, put it here and at the back, and I think it looks really, really good. I'm very excited for the design, and I'm going to continue it with the other side. It's going to look a little different because there's not a little wall right here. As you can see, this one had to be custom built, but this one can be straight the whole way. All right, this took way longer than it should have. This took like an hour, but as you can see, this is the secondary shelf and the first shelf is installed. So I'm very happy with how this is looking right here. It looks incredible. As you can see, I'm ready to install this one as well. All right, so this is what the progress on the Lego store is right now. As you can see, the front windows are here, but I can actually take them out so you can see a little bit better. But as you can see, both sides of the Lego store have been added. I really am happy with how this looks. I'm very excited. Of course, no other progress to this part of the building because I'm just focusing on the Lego store right now. This will be part number 2 and 3 and however many it is, like I mentioned, because there's going to be a lot to go into this part alone. This part is going to be a decent amount of work, but I wanted to kind of just get the Lego store out of the way because that's what I was really excited about. But as you can see right now, I'm going to be working on the pick-a-brick wall to get that in. I still have the structure from the last pick-a-brick wall I had, but it obviously isn't just going to fit, so I've got to do some reworking there, and then I'm going to get the rest of the store ready. It's going to be very detailed and everything like that, and then I'm going to build it up because as you can see, it still has some room for displays, like as the big sea monster up here I want to incorporate and things like that, parts from the old store that are still around. So that's what I'll be working on right now because by the end of this video, I'm going to have the Lego store 100% complete. All right, so I've been working on the Lego store still. This is what the pick-a-brick wall is going to look like. As you can see, I added some bricks up there. I thought it'd just be kind of fun, something a little bit less boring, and then the wall is going to have all the parts there underneath. The center of the Lego store is also well underway. As you can see, all the tiles are around it, and I just have to add the yellow tiles in the middle. Fun fact, the Lego stores are all designed like this because the gray is supposed to be for shopping, and the yellow is supposed to be for playing. Fun fact, I worked at the Lego store, so I have a lot of these, but I'm excited with how this is going. I'm really liking how it's looking so far. All right, and this is what the Lego store is looking like right now. I'll just remove the door so it's a little bit easier for you to see. But as you can see, everything is in. All of the shelves and all the products are lined, which looks awesome. I love the pick-a-brick wall here at the back. I think it looks great. I've got the 2x4 brick here. I've got a couple different sets, they're clearance aisle. More sets over here. Everything is looking good. Very happy with how it's looking. Of course, I can put the doors back in here and it'll look great as well. And then I'm going to actually just put the signs and stuff back on. But as you can see, I've built a ledge around the store because this is where all the store displays are going to go. Just because it is a tiny Lego store, I had to make the most use of the space. But very, very excited for how this is looking. Once I get the store displays in, I'll show you that as well. And then I'm actually going to wrap it up here for the Lego store. All right, so the Lego store is complete. As you can see, I added the sea monster and a couple of the other sea things all the way around. This is a very close-up view, but this is what the Lego store looks like. I've also got the front of the building on. You'll never see these, but I actually might switch them around just to, you're not going to really see them from the inside either, but I'll wait and see. The Lego logo is right here. I just took it off so I could recenter it, but as you can see, this is what it will look like once it's back. Very excited for how this looks because I think it looks much better than it used to. I think it's much more clean and just actually looks like a Lego store now on the inside, and I'm very, very proud of it. So I'm going to add a few more like little things, like some studs here and there, just to make it more, I guess, look like a Lego store. But that is basically it for what the Lego store is looking like. All right, so here we have it. Part 1 of the tower reconstruction is complete. Just as a little recap from what you saw in this episode, this video, I completely redid the Lego store from start to finish. It was all ripped out and completely redone. Really, really excited with how that's looking. I'm actually really impressed with myself. I'm happy. I think it looks much better than it did, and I'm excited to have a new Lego store kind of in my city. Also, a recap, as you can see, the entire side of the building is being completely redone. I'm adding a school here, and it's supposed to replicate the school I go to. Like I said, if you do know it, please don't leave it in the comments, but if you do know it, that's kind of where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to do. And then as you can see, I've also got the hotel lobby right here, which is going to be my next step to get the hotel in, because as you can see, I've got the awning that I still wanted to incorporate. I think I might tidy it up a little and make it a little less bulky, but this is what it's looking like so far. When I started this video, I definitely did not think it would be a two-parter. I thought it would be done kind of there and done, but then I realized how much work needed to be done. Originally, I was going to keep the ground floor and then just add a different story on top, but I ended up completely destroying the entire one half of the building. All the other parts, as you can see, are still over here. I haven't done anything with them, but I will very, very soon. My workstation is quite messy so far, but very happy with how things are going. And that is all for this video. So thanks everybody so much for checking out part number 1 of the Lego Tower rebuild, the Bricks Tower rebuild. Very excited to see where this is going to go, and I'm going to continue working on it. I'm going to start part 2 right away, and you'll hopefully see that video very, very soon. Anyway, thanks again for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.